Is your azalea plant drooping, flowers dying, leaves falling, and nothing seems to help? Well, mine went through the same. It was almost gone, but with the right steps, I revived it completely. Today, I'll show you exactly how I saved my azalea in 14 days. So do not forget to subscribe to the channel and continue watching. So let's begin. My azalea was doing perfectly fine until suddenly the flowers started drooping, the leaves began to hang, fall off, and every day the plant looked worse. It's not like I did not water it. I was watering it, giving it enough sunlight, but something did not work. So that's when I tried changing its location rather than giving the afternoon sun where it was receiving initially at the old spot. I moved it where it would only receive morning sunlight, but that too did not help. And that's when I realized this was something deeper. At first, I suspected underwatering or heat stress, so I checked the roots from the top and nothing was visible. Then I decided to use a moisture meter, which I'll show you here, the moisture meter, and to my surprise, even after watering just, like few days back, a couple of days back, which generally in winters we should not be watering very often, right? Due to uh, the water evaporation now being lesser than compared to the warmer days. So, to my surprise, I noticed that the soil was bone dry, which should not be the case. So that's when I figured that the roots were very tight, the plant was severely root bound, and it could not absorb any water. Normally, for a root bound plant, we would repot it, but the weather was not right, and azaleas are very sensitive, and disturbing the roots at this time could have completely killed it. So I needed a solution without repotting. The first thing I did was to remove all the droopy flowers. Once they droop, they cannot revive. Then I removed the dry leaves and cleaned the plant. This helps the plant not waste energy on the dying parts and focus more on growing new leaves and encouraging more of buds forming. Next, what I did was, in order to resolve this, I took a small bucket filled with water and placed the pot inside it for bottom watering. Usually, I never let any plant sit for more than 10 to 15 minutes, and that's only applicable for the ones which needs bottom watering and they're the ones which are quite sensitive. But this time, since the soil was extremely dry, so I decided to keep it for 30 minutes. So as mentioned, first was I decided to check with the moisture meter, placed it on the bucket for bottom watering, then decided to remove all these dry flowers. Later, keep watching because I'm going to show you on how it performed day by day. As this happened recently, so I'm gonna put in the dates as well. Okay, so removed all the droopy flowers, left the buds, and see, it is soaking water. If you look carefully, the bubbles, this means the water is being soaked. Second, what I did was, oh, it's a third now, added cocoa peat. If you have leaf compost, that's really good. You can use it. I don't right now. So instead, I added some cocoa peat here. Even on this one, I added some cocoa peat. I thought of using these old champa dried leaves, which were fallen from the champa tree. But I'm glad I noticed these mealybugs will. So I'm not going to use it because they will really spoil my entire plant. They might just lay eggs and spread all over the plant. So be careful when you're using dry leaves for mulching or for composting directly on the plant. So let's just see how much it has drank. Okay, do you see the progress? It was bone dry, now it has increased a bit. Okay, zoom, focus. See, from 0 to 2, or say 200, and it's increasing. I'm going to leave it for some more time and do the same on this, and later, probably a week or 10 days later, I'll show you on how this helped or not. Let's see, fingers crossed. Now this is the progress after another 30 minutes, and the plant was taking more time than it usually should. And I believe this could be because of the pot that it was in, because the terracotta pot, but being porous, it would also soak a lot of water, as you see the bubbles around the pot. So I was being patient enough, and then on November 14th, giving it 2 days, it was doing quite better. The leaves were back in shape and the buds were almost blooming. So the entire process for me to identify what could have gone wrong with the plant, experimenting, and then the revival part, it took almost like 10 to 14 days, but I'm glad that it's back in shape. Sometimes, the simplest method can save a dying plant. And if you found this helpful, do like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves plants. And tell me in the comments, which plant should I revive next?